Okay, this is the same goon evfedu2 Gavin. I'm hopping right into this one after just finishing up another one because this one's on the opposite side of the spectrum. You guys got completely swept this game. And that's good. I feel like that's the sort of shit like, hey, what could I have done to not? Because the other one you did really well, right? Like, what? Okay, kill more guys, farm better, get a different item, whatever. But in this one, you know, there might actually be something for you guys to say. I should probably do player perspective.
Right here and now. This one's in
the battle begins.
So you're playing Slark. This guy appears to be your main. What do I want to do? Fog Team Dire. You're blocking the lane. That's good. Again, I didn't think people did this in the normal skill bracket. I don't know. Maybe Dota buff is wonky. So it's good for you to just, again, when you come into a lane, click on the guy. Your guy is just dying to him. That's more. This is a bit more normal skill. So this guy doesn't have, like when you saw him use Power Shot, you know that he doesn't have that. He's got Boots, which makes him a little bit harder to kill. But with the team that you have, sadly this guy got his non-glimpse move. You could have probably given him the kill. You got Pounce level 1. This guy's got a Static Field. Very good combo. The Boots will not help him there. So that was a kill level 1 if you guys wanted it. Again, this just comes from like paying attention. Just he used Power Shot, so you know he doesn't have Wind Run. This guy's very, very content to just let him click on him, which is like, you know, the Wind Runner thing to do. But if you're really aggressive against her, she can't really do that, right? So if you got 2 guys against 1, like never be afraid to be really aggressive. Let me see. Wait, I'm in the wrong guy. You got a shield, like you want to start building towards a stout shield in this situation, like ASAP. When you know you're going to be laning against someone like a Wind Runner, it's good that you have the shield, but also like consider getting an armor ring. Because just with 2 armor against a right click, it's not really going to be enough. You can kind of tell what they're going to lane, usually with their lane makeup, even if you're against a Weaver, which is their other choice for the off lane naturally. Like that would have been a really good build. So I see you guys got a little bit aggressive there, but as long as there's not a creep wave, like you need to be on her. I think you die here. I don't know. It's really good static. This guy dies though.
First blood.
First blood. The Wind Ranger gets there first.
So as this is happening right now, like you're not doing anything. You're not going to recover that health in time. You need to be going back to base, get a TP. You know, just cut your losses. Because if this guy comes back at full health and then you come back at full health, you can try being aggressive and trying to make up for that first blood. Because otherwise it's just going to snowball from there. Like, you're just going to be a meat bitch, this guy's going to get clicked on. And nothing's going to get done. At this point, you like kind of have to win this lane. You have Jungle Knights. You could, in theory, have asked him for help. But, honestly, you guys have the kill Wind Runner lane, as is.
No.
That's a shame.
Bullseye.
You said your team was tilting, and I could imagine why. Wait, did your Knights die in the jungle as well?
Dire's Dire's structures are fortified.
So what can you be doing now? You lost this lane. The lane is lost. You can go back to it, try to get some levels. What you should ideally actually be doing is kicking this guy out. Tell him, hey, go literally anywhere else. Dude, you've got... You've got 2 guys that's not doing anything on this team, which is a shame. Mid is Invoker, so he's just not doing anything, period. But that's a shame that this guy went Ancients. This game was kind of lost from the get-go just because of this. Like, Nyx AFK here, Bristle AFK here, and Mid AFK at mid because it's Invoker. So right now you need to be desperate. You need to be like, where can I do literally anything? And the answer's not up here, because you would have done something already, right? They need to be like, well, I guess I gotta go either help Nyx or Bristle in the jungle or try to gank mid, which is Viper. So I can understand why you chose coming back here to try to leech some experience. Because your options are really not very open. pick up shoes and a circlet to get a... No, I don't know. I don't know what you're up to. It's probably trying to get cheap stats. But again, like, don't underestimate the armor ring. Bassi alone is just really good on, well, 1 everyone, 2 your hero. But that armor ring, I think, is the most ridiculous value you can get in the game early. Consider getting it every time you're like a melee up against a range or anything like that. I'm not exactly sure why they've decided to double down on you guys here. This is probably actually hurting the Windrunner more than anything. Because I'm sure you guys would have tried to be like a little bit more aggressive if there were not 2 people there, and she would have just killed you both again, which is nice. It's important that, like, when you've lost a lane so bad and you've just resorted to leeching experience, you tell the other guy in your lane, hey, just go help literally anyone. Go sit mid.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Because otherwise you're splitting the experience into just having 2 guys do absolutely nothing, and when you already have 3 guys doing absolutely nothing, you can't have that. Something needs to happen somewhere. When you're up against like a Pudge or a Windrunner or something, like, remember that like all their abilities kind of have like little cues. Like the Pudge hook has a long windup when you learn to recognize it, and then Windrun has like a big audio cue and she stands still. So like always try to like run diagonally away from where they're facing when that happens. Oh, something I forgot to mention last video too. You guys have like a turn speed, right? And this is something that a lot of players at the early levels are not really that conscious of, but that time is added to all your actions. So you were playing Viper, and I saw you miss a few creeps because like you'd be facing backwards, and then you'd have to wait for your guy to turn around, and then you'd have to wait for the projectile to come out of his fucking disgusting face. So this is something to remember, like all you guys have a turn speed, so when you're running back and forth like this, like at least try to run diagonally, not back and forth in a line. So you're not so easy to power shot when you get back to base. It's a bad habit I'm noticing. And not back to base, back to your tower. I feel like running up and down diagonally is gonna mitigate that a lot more. You're desperate for this. I think you die before you get the 6, but I hope you don't.
Axe has gone 3 blades.
Just trying to stack now. Like if he just power shots, like without even charging it up, you're dead. Is the thing. That's good. You got your 6. But understand that it's been 8 minutes now. Like, you need to realize, like, your progress in reference to the time that's passing by, which is 0 now. You guys have done literally nothing for 8 minutes. But, you know, like, maybe your guys in the woods, maybe that's worth it for them, because, you know, this guy's got most of an armlet, so most of an armlet 10 minutes in, by the way, is not a good thing, especially if you don't have shoes. In the Bristle that's been doing Ancients, he's got starting items, basically, so, you know, it was really worth it to lose all 3 lanes because of this. He's got this stack to 2, and he's gonna miss this stack, I believe. Yeah.
Dire's bottom tower
okay, that's awful. That's literally... Sometimes, you know, the things are just going to be stacked against you.
Double damage.
You picked up the orb when you're not really in a position to do anything aggressive. Like, ideally, you start looking around the map, but it's just, you know, your team's not really there with it. But when you're doing this, you need to be clicking on her, pressing your R, running away. Like, just don't leave her at full health like that while you farm. This thing where you're just kind of like hoping to make shit back through farm doesn't really work that way in Dota anymore. Holy fucking shit.
Dire's bottom tower
and Booker's got, he did rush his urn, so you guys are ready to fuck now. I'm hoping. You're all just basically working on your treads right now, which is a shame.
Middle tower is under attack.
Invisibility.
So if you're up against someone without like that much of a chance to kill you as this guy, and you've got 6, like it's worth just trading a little bit of your time for their health. Yeah, just do that. Hit them a bunch, they'll retreat. Just run back, recover your health, and they don't really have that opportunity.
my life. Swamp cold.
I just realized that you're up against like all of Russia. Yep, all of them.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I only know what
Radiant's
Zazaza
bottom
means, and
tower
you
is
never
under
want to hear
attack.
Zazaza when you're up against the Russians.
Well-gotten gains. Illusion!
Cut out!
It's unfortunate that I got glimpsed, because maybe this guy forgets to press a spell and you guys get a kill.
Gotcha!
Yeah, there's not really much to say this
Radiant's top
game.
tower is under attack.
Like, it was kind of stacked
Radiant's
against you from the
top
get-go
tower is
because
Dire's
three
middle
guys
tower
decided
is
not
under
really
attack.
play Dota,
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top
and their team
tower
seems to
has
be
fallen.
pretty coordinated. And by pretty coordinated, I mean like there's just been more than 3 of them in a lane doing something at once. This is a weird little chase you've decided to do here. I don't know that I like it so much. Like one TP from the Axe, who you saw has a blink dagger. You haven't clicked on him, but you saw that he has a blink dagger. Would have
Radiant's
probably
middle
killed you
tower
there.
is under attack.
That being said, though, you guys aren't really that far behind, so when you're in a
I
position
guess I
like this,
can
but you
get
still got heroes
faster.
like Nikes and, to a lesser extent, Invoker and Bristle, and especially Slark, like, you can still kind of make a comeback, but it relies on them fucking up a lot more than you doing well. But it's good, you've got all your guys together for the first time in the game.
Radiant's
Sadly,
bottom tower is under attack.
I don't think this fight goes that well for you.
The archive.
You're kind of deciding whether to TP. You should have TP'd instantly, because that was your best chance. You might think it was a really dumb fight, but, like, that was your only fucking chance. A one runner did die. And even if you trade like that a little bit negatively,
Dire's middle tower is under
you know, you
attack.
still get something out of it. Like, you're working towards a
Dire's
Lothars
structures
right
are
now,
fortified.
when they're kind of hanging 5.
Dire's middle tower
Which
is under attack.
I don't know how much mileage you're gonna get out of this, but maybe I'm wrong.
Hey!
I used to have this old adage about Dota, like if you're ever behind, just build a bunch of stats and hope for the
Dire's
best.
middle tower is under attack.
It's probably not the case anymore, but it's something to consider.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I guess maybe going... Nah, not even, like, basically, there's no right or wrong item choice here, it's
Dire's
just
top tower
whatever
is
works.
under attack. Dire's top tower.
This problem
Dire's
has
bottom
evolved
tower
beyond
has
items.
fallen. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Invoker's going for his Orchid, I guess. I feel like, I don't know, like I see a lot more of this
Dire's
item
middle tower
at the
is
lower
under
levels
attack.
than I do
Radiant's top
at the
tower
higher
is-
levels.
Radiant structures
I'm trying to figure
are
out why, and I think
fortified.
it's because it gives you like infinite mana basically, and I think people overvalue that. But basically, Orchid's okay, but only if you have like a Storm Spirit or a Quap or something that you really need to shut the fuck up on the other team in order to beat them. But Hex is better literally 100% of the time. If you can ever get either a full
Radiant's
Orchid or
bottom
half a
tower
Hex,
is
I
under
would
attack.
strongly suggest, especially at the lower levels, to get half the Hex.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
There's a lot of bad stuff happening here, but I like that this Invoker's just farming. Like, if your team's getting fucked on, like, this is honestly some of the best shit you can do. Just push a lane, try to get some creeps.
Roshan has fallen.
Like,
to
it's
the
still...
Radiant.
People think, like, there's no comeback mechanic anymore, but there is. So, like, don't really go into throw mode if your team starts feeding, especially, like, before 20 minutes. Like, you know, you can still come back. We had the benefit of foresight for this match to know that you can't, but like I think this guy's still doing the right thing. Basically farming. I don't think he gets this frag in any universe. Maybe if he has Orchid. But he's just farming. He's aware of where the other team is because they're kind of moving in a big group. So he's just taking that opportunity to do something. Tragically, he also stood right by a tree against Windrunner, who he knew was there because he was fighting her a few minutes ago, but what are you gonna do? You got like what? Yeah, I figured. Like, they're all immense. It's hard to make a comeback against a team like that, but it's not impossible. But you don't do it by going shit like fucking Vanguard. Those are items you get like, oh, I can get a Vanguard in 6 minutes, it's awesome. Like, that's when the Vanguard, that's when like the mech before 15 minutes will come in handy, but like after that, it's probably time to reconsider.
Double kill. Come to axe.
Good Denza. I do like that your team is still trying.
Ugly thing. The wind dies.
You know, just getting like little minor slivers of gold, like what the enemy team allows you to have.
Thou possess a grave beetle.
It's good because you really can stage comebacks, and I've had a lot of matches this patch where comebacks have been very stageable.
Invisibility.
But for this, you could have itemized better, but
Dire's
like,
structures are
if you can be
fortified.
aggressive, like if you have two guys that kill the
Dire's
Windrunner,
middle
even if
tower
he
has
did
fallen.
get Windrun level
Dire's
1,
middle barracks
and
are
you
under
like
attack.
aren't aggressive against them, you're setting yourself up for failure there. You need a nut up in this game.
First. Come and get it. Illusion.
That's just a matter of like communicating with your guy. It's like, hey, or just ping the guy a whole bunch and literally go, and hopefully your guy follows. But from
Radiant's
level
bottom
1, you guys
tower
should have
is
probably
under
been
attack.
clicking on that Windrunner a lot. I don't know that it would have made that much
Dire's
of a
middle
difference because
barracks
again
are
you
under
had
attack.
one lane, but it might have worked. Who knows?
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I think that's all there is to say for this game. Let's just kind of speed through it. Getting creeps, which again is
Radiant's
all you can do.
structures are fortified. Dire's middle barracks are under Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
I would have either kept the sword for the
Dire's
shield or
middle
sold
barracks
it,
are
but you're
under
not gonna
attack.
build a Scotty in this game,
Dire's
and you know
middle
it.
barracks has fallen.
It's very hopeful.
Dire's top tower has fallen. Dire's top barracks has fallen. Dire's middle tower is
Oh well,
under
you did what you
attack.
could.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Like even now that you guys are fucked, like you lost 2 racks, so it's very hard to come back. But you see how you can still make like positive trades as long as the other team's getting
Radiant
cocky, right?
victory.
So there's another universe in that game where they just started doing that earlier, and you guys get a little bit more together, and you got enough of those trades to make a difference. So generally, like, play like that guy, that invoker, you know, just don't give up. Maybe you get some goon by.